Yo, MAG.LO' here. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a look back at 2018 since I know it's kind of hard for some people to keep up with what's going on. So, yeah. So, starting with February 15th. On February 15th, I released an EP with a band called Animal Portraits. Which I was in as the lead vocalist, and that was a really fun time. We're now defunct, unfortunately. On February 20th, my birthday this year, I got to open for Milo and JPEG Mafia. I have links for a lot of the stuff here, so underneath or around this video there will be links. March 13th to 19th, I went with IQ and O Super, who you'll know from Never. We all set out to Austin, Texas to go to South by Southwest, and that was a really cool time. I have never been able to play a show outside of Florida, basically, until this year. And that was really interesting to see what music life can be like in other places. I learned a lot, and I'm definitely gonna go back next year for sure. If you're a musician, you should definitely go. It's basically an anime convention for musicians. So May 10th, skipping a few months later, I got to accomplish one of my biggest dreams, which was to play at the Social in Orlando. I got to play in the Social as MAG.LO' by myself for the first time, and that was a really great experience. That was for the this little underground stage, and that was for Florida Music Fest. Also, Fanny Pack got to show up in Orlando on a nice big stage as well. Some of my friends who are around here. There was Kinda Than Wolves, they were also there. It was just a great show all around. June 17th, I got to finally unveil the release of a song that I produced for Sky Blue. Sky Blue's a really amazing just artist. Everything he does, the way he executes his releases and everything. He dropped a new album around, I believe, June 17th or so, and I got to feature on it doing production as well as like singing like background vocals on it, and that's a really cool like kind of beautiful song, just about chasing your destiny and everything.
I'm the colorful dreamer for those who don't know me. Verbal shinobi, painting pictures, got photoshops. Adobe, I audition for a chance to dance on the stars with you. Look, destiny.
June 6th, tying back to South by Southwest, Lex asked me to do a remix for her album. I really liked the way it came out, and she liked the way it came out, so that's good. So you should check that out as well. On June 16th, June was a really interesting month because there was a lot of production work coming out. I produced a song, or rather we released the song that I produced for my friend Ryan Jones, and it's called Gold Pack.
Never kiss a boy in a graveyard. You'll bury your relations again.
Kinda takes you on a journey a little bit. I liked being able to touch back at that because I feel like indie rock is something that really is part of my music and just the way that I approach things and the whole like a kind of lower-fi like DIY aesthetic. I mean, sometimes I like to get it grandiose or whatever, but I really like I like raw, gritty type, just rock music, so that was cool. I said June was a busy month, but July was actually the really busy month. On July 6th, I was featured on a song called Ghouls, on the album of Tsar of Gamble, which, if you don't know, is another outlet for expression for my friend Ehiorbo, and he kind of went in on this album. Like, it's kind of amazing. I'm waiting for people to really catch on to what this thing is. Please check that one out. It features me on it. I love it. July 8th, for this song, it was a collaboration with my friends Lotus Cloud, Leo and Max. They make up Lotus Cloud, and they have this album that they released recently called Knock, and it's a compilation. It's kind of like an Adult Swim inspired beats, like sampled and flipped, and they put some of their own flair on it and everything, and like just really, really cool. It feels really good. And so I got to do a song on there along with O Super and IQ. They're also on that album. But yeah, I did a song on that album, and it's called Nightlight Ballad.
Take a nigga neon tick glow when I speak. It's Venus heat, these feet is sneak like bleach on pepper sheets. If you sleep and rest in peace, seven scores below that lip and cheek. Flick my shit, then slip it sheath. Onward into woods I creep. Well, not good timing, you should know by now. On the seaside, bus ride cut by.
Like if you busted into a masquerade and there were a bunch of like Sailor Moon-esque like backdrops behind you, please listen to that as well, and listen to that whole album, because if you're just like, if it's a hot day and you're just riding around or you're going to the beach, like it's an amazing trip. It's amazing. So listen to that. July 25th, I was nominated for Best Hip Hop Act of Orlando. By the way, IQ just won Best Hip Hop Act of Orlando. Shout outs to him. July 27th, another collaboration occurred. Ehiorbo and Omni Boys 1/Million for their 1/Million remix EP, and that thing is sick. I love it. I love how that came out. It's wild that there were so many different places people went with the same source material. I think that's really cool. That's another cool thing about remix albums. I used to like listening to like those Ayumi Hamasaki remix albums and just like seeing all the different directions people took stuff. Remix albums are dope. So check that out. That's also on SoundCloud and stuff, and linked as well. On August 2nd, I released a 5-track little EP of the paranormal music. So if you haven't really been paying attention recently, I was asked by Tess Young to do the soundtrack for the video game Paranormal, which is can be summed up as like a mystery detective dating sim type game. Beautiful. The artwork is amazing, and I got lucky enough to be chosen to do the soundtrack for it. And so it's an ongoing thing, but the EP just recently released. God, I'm not doing so well with this. It's 5 songs, so it's an ongoing thing. Please listen to it. Thank you very much.